Hello.
Alright there, mate. How's it going, sunshine?
Not bad, not bad. How are you, my friend?
I'm alright, man. Same old shit, different day.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone out there. Oh, one of you.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. No, another episode 10, Scott. You know, we're on double digits.
Fucking hell.
Double fucking digits. Like, it won't be long till we're on triple. Well, that's a long... I was thinking about that the other day.
That's another 90. Jesus.
But how long did it take us to get to this 10?
About 6 weeks. No, more than that. 8 weeks. I'm pretty sure it was 2 months ago.
Yeah? I thought it was 3. Maybe it's 2.
I don't know. I counted it earlier, actually. There's 14 hours. About roughly 14 hours of us on YouTube now.
Yeah?
That's a lot.
That is a lot, yeah.
When you think about it like that. Not too much.
No,
obviously.
it's not.
Yes.
Nutritious.
Sorry if I sound a bit fucked up, but last week I was very fucked up. I had the flu. The real flu.
Not the bad flu.
No, don't get me started.
Well, go on.
Fucking man flu. I don't know if it's just an office thing, but the amount of times where... Okay, well, I haven't had the flu properly since I was about 13. Like, you know when you have the flu, is when your fingertips hurt and shit. So yeah, I was off work all last week. 5 days, no pay, fuck me gently. And I went in yesterday, and then one of the bigwigs was having like a soiree. So at 4 o'clock he could down tools and you could go to his ridiculously plush office, and he had canapes and...
Was there an occasion? Was he leaving or so?
No, just like, he does it every year apparently. He's like the top dog. So he invites everyone to come and have like a glass of champagne. It's Christmas, you know?
Yeah.
Have a canapé. So I went, and it was maybe actually the first time ever I've turned down free alcohol. She was like, do you want beer, wine? And I was like, can I just have some orange juice, please? It's that bad, you know, where I was like, oh, I don't want booze, that'll fucking...
Well, then you don't want to come back from a week from work and then be guzzling fucking alcohol.
In front of them, yeah, like, yeah, I was really sick, yeah, can I have another vino, please? No, it didn't work. So I had my orange juice. And it was just like, standing talking to people, and there was a couple of ladies, and it's like, where were you last week, Scott? Were you on holiday? Like, no, I had the flu. Oh, yeah, you had the flu. What was it? Man flu. You probably only had a cold. And I just looked them dead in the eyes with my cold fucking stare, and I was like, no, it was the flu. Yeah, you men, and blah, 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 blah. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Where women can just be, like, patronising and sexist at your face because you've been ill. I don't understand it. If I went up to a woman, it's like, where were you yesterday? Oh, I had really bad PMS. Oh, yeah, taking it up the arse too much, are we? Oh, I see. How do you think that would work for me?
Or if like some woman came in and, you know, she had no hair and she was like, oh, I've got cancer. Oh yeah, chick cancer,
yeah,
boob cancer. Oh,
You
that's fucking just boob cancer. Oh, you're worse.
Of course you do, yeah. You know, you just got a shit haircut and this is how you're dealing with it, innit? Yeah, fucking cancer. Yeah, it's just, I find it amazing. It's like, I know it's supposed to be in this like bantery vein, but if I tell you I've had the flu, and you go, no, 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 and then I say, yes, I did, and you say, no, 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 again, I will get angry if it continues.
You're calling me a liar.
Yeah, you're calling me over-exaggerating liar.
Hypochondriac, like.
Well, not, yeah, like, it drives me nuts. There's fucking, you want equality? Well, let's start from the bottom, shall we? Let's treat each other equally first. Until then, you can go fuck yourselves as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, but if
all of ya.
If anyone tells me that they were sick,
not all of you.
You know, if someone has one day off, then you're like, all right, maybe they, you know,
exactly.
they overdid it the night before.
I had the flu. What, for 24 hours? No, you didn't.
Yeah, but then if you're off work for a week,
and bear in mind, I get paid by the hour.
Yeah, you're not on a salary, so
not on a salary, so I don't get statutory sick pay. I don't get anything. I don't even get holiday pay in my job. It's all tacked onto my hourly, which is fine by me. I'd rather have more money coming in per hour than accumulating, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got 2 days off after working for 3 months. Wicked. Fuck that. Put it in my pay.
It's better than that.
I don't know if it is, man. I got
you get 24 days off a year.
Some places, dude. When I started at Affinity, you only got 20.
Oh.
Then after a year, it went up to 22. After another year, it went up to 25. So it all depends, and I don't know what the Commonwealth's like. Shit.
Yeah.
But, you know.
That's the thing. I think in all my whole 10 years of work in bars, I think I've had like 3 days off sick.
Really?
That's it.
Yeah.
And I'm sick a bit, but I don't know. There's something about me that I can just work through it.
I'm not sure it's you. I'm pretty sure it might be your job. Like, because I remember having a meeting with my manager at Affinity before I left. In 3.5 years, I had 65 sick days.
Wow.
And if you ask me, like, genuinely...
That's
how
2
many-
months.
Well, yeah, over 2 months.
Yeah.
Out of 3.5 years. If you ask me genuinely how many of them were sick days, 5. You know? The rest of the time, it's like, fuck that noise. I just don't... This is what I'm starting to realise. I say starting to realise, I realised a few years ago. I'm not bred for office work.
No, of course not. What, being pent up in the fucking cage all fucking day?
With people with very little sense of humour and, you know, it's just...
Office work to me is like 1984.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what instead of the tubes sending the letters because he didn't know what the internet was because it wasn't invented when he wrote the book.
Yeah.
It's almost identical. People sending information to one another, editing it, changing it, sending it on,
Pushing bits of paper around.
Yeah, and the majority of people, there's no real worth to their job.
And it bugs me no end that there are people, man, that fucking... That is their life.
Yeah.
And they... I don't know, see, I can't even say they're taking the piss when they say that they enjoy being there. Because I think some people are so bereft of imagination and... I don't know what else, just fucking intelligence, a soul.
Yeah,
that they
drive.
actually do believe that they like doing that. And I suppose it is, some people are bred for it.
Well, you got if you don't think you've got a purpose, then it's very soul destroying. People got to people got to lie to themselves. We lie to ourselves every day.
Yeah.
The reasons we cram ourselves onto the tube and we pay ridiculous prices just to travel to, we pay to travel to and from work. What kind of fucked up system is that? Like,
yeah, it's those ones that I can't stand. The ones that are like, no, you have to pretend that you like it here.
Yeah,
and that you like doing this type of shit.
It's on the list of directives. Like,
you have to pretend that you want to be there.
Yeah,
which is fucking crazy because those places are the last places I want to actually be. But why don't you quit and why don't you do something else? Fuck you. Like, people say that like it's like, yeah, you know what, you're right. I'm going to quit my job and then tomorrow I'm going to become a ballerina. It doesn't work like that. I got bills, yo.
I'll tell you something, man. People used to talk a lot more like that. I don't think people talk like that much anymore. I think everyone...
dreams and...
Yeah, I think everyone's
pretty
much cemented into the fact that,
I got a mortgage, I have to work.
Well, that they're not gonna... That the idea of a dream job doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And if they do, you're not going to get one.
Yeah.
That's why they're dreams, because they don't come fucking true, Scott.
I remember you saying to me a few months ago, and it's kind of resonated with me ever since. It's like, even if you did do your dream job, you get fucking bored of it, you get sick of it, and you probably would want a few days off from your dream. And it's like, yeah, you know what, you're spot on there. Because even if I was... What would my ideal job be? Weed tester. I get so sick of weed so quick.
Yeah.
I would. And I don't want that to happen. But then again, I don't want to pay 25 quid to rip off merchant cunts any longer. It's a quandary.
I don't know. I think I kind of do my job. I think my dream job. I think I like working pubs and bars.
Yeah.
For me, it's more like being a priest. It's like a vocation kind of, because
bar work.
Yeah, because it's just obviously if you're going to generic pubs, but even in generic pubs you still get characters. There's always personality.
Even in the Weatherspoons. Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ Almighty! I'm not even answering it.
Can you?
Let's have a look. 0800 285 085. Yeah, they've been phoning me for a few days. That's BT. They want money.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't got it.
For
you
what?
You can go fuck yourselves.
Internet.
Both. Line and everything. You're just going to have to wait until I have money. And I bet you it would.
Oh, maybe not.
Oh, it's still recording. What's just happened, ladies and gentlemen, is they tried to get me on the house phone, no answer. So they tried to ring on my fucking iPhone what we're recording on.
Why did they have both numbers? Oh, I guess they'd have the landline anyway, wouldn't they?
Well, they gave it me.
Yeah, it's
So,
theirs.
it's theirs. I rent it, and I'm not doing a good job of renting it at the moment. You know what? I'm going to look into actually getting rid of that, because the only people that have that number are people I don't want to speak to.
Yeah, so yeah, just unplug it.
Yeah.
Just get rid of it.
Yeah. Well, I need the line.
Yeah, but I mean, you
I don't
just
need a phone.
Yeah, but just don't have the phone. Just get rid of the phone.
But I still have to pay. That's the thing. I think line rental's like $16.99 a month.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all more than internet.
Well, that's the only reason that BT and these telecom people have money coming in, is because, you know, they used to make all their money from call charges and having a line. Having a phone line in your house was like, wow, I don't have to go down the bottom of the road and go in the phone box and all that shit. So everybody wanted one. But now everyone's got mobile phones and the internet and WhatsApp and goddamn Skype. How are they making their money? They're charging you through the fucking roof for their line rental.
Well, they charge you for internet as well, but then I guess...
But that's from a different... No, I don't get my internet from BT.
Oh, you don't?
No. I get it from another group of grasping bastards. Thank you for my internet, grasping bastards.
Don't disconnect.
Don't disconnect me. But I can't even remember what I was talking about now. God damn it.
Yeah, it's interrupted our trail of thought, Scott.
Motherfuckers.
Well, let's think about a different topic.
Oh, we were talking about work. We were talking about these people, like, you enjoy it. You enjoy doing your job, which I can see. I think I would enjoy it as well. For a bit. I don't think it's something that I could do consistently, because I'd start to get...
Well, I'm worrying about my body deteriorating. I got a weird, like, rashy thingy.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Oh, what's going on, Scott?
Oh, I got a text now as well, yeah. Oh, voicemail, yeah. Of course. Leave me alone.
Yeah, look. I'll show you.
Ooh,
It's not very nice, is it?
is that your liver?
Well, I was thinking that.
No,
That's,
your liver's like in more around the front.
Yeah,
It goes around you there.
yeah, I don't think it comes... obviously, everyone's got Google, so as soon as you find something wrong with your body...
Yeah, that's not always a good idea.
And then I looked and someone said AIDS, and, you know,
exactly.
then I closed it. No, I was like...
Oh shit, I've got throat cancer. Apparently it manifests on your side. That's the first sign.
But yeah, it's gone down. It was worse.
Oh, yeah, it looks... Is it scratchy?
It is a bit itchy, but I don't know. In terms of my vessel, you know, it's done pretty well for itself.
Well, I mean, you've been sick and still burning the candle, so to speak.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you need to give yourself a chance.
but then, you know, realistically, Scott, I was looking back because obviously it's coming up to the end now of the 20s, and you remember what I always said, that 20s were for partying and getting fucked up. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, I have got pretty fucked up for the last 10 years. I can't remember there ever been a period where I was straight and sober and not...
What, like not even for a couple of days, or?
Well, you know, of course, yeah, the odd day here and there, but I've never had any time off from it, from drinking and from smoking weed. It's been constant, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think maybe you owe yourself a little siesta there.
But I worry that if I slow down, I might, you know, then
You'll
you know, it's
never
like a
pick
car.
up speed.
Yeah, it's like a car. Like, you know, if you stop the car, it's more likely to break down. If you keep on going full speed.
Well, to be fair, I'm not a big fan of going out and hammering it.
Oh, I love it.
What's the point?
Birds.
Yeah, I'm in a relationship.
And fun and good times and getting drunk and making an ass of yourself. And
Last time I got shit hammered, I got the shit kicked out of me.
you just need an escort.
Yeah. Or a smarter brain about how to get home.
I'll just get a taxi home.
Yeah. I was trying to be frugal as well, that was it. I had 20 quid in my pocket. And it was like, no, I'm going to save that, I'm going to be sensible. Yeah. Oh, living shit kicked out of me. Yeah, but I go through peaks and troughs, you know.
Yeah.
Peaks and valleys. Where I want to get on it, and there are times where, meh.
Nah, I don't know. I
Too much
feel...
of a pothead.
Yeah, but I like the weed, but I know weed's for sitting around doing nothing, and
Not necessarily.
it makes me lazy, man. Makes me so fucking lazy, Scott.
Well, I remember, you know, Chrissy Hind?
No.
Was it The Pretenders? Anyway, I was reading, I've got that book up there, Spliffs. You know, table book, whatever. And she was saying, yeah, it doesn't make you lazy. It just enhances what you're doing at that time. So if you're sat in a chair or on the couch and you smoke ganj, that's the best thing. Why would you leave? I'm going to chill on the couch and blah 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 blah. But there's been times where it's like, right, I really need to get on and do stuff. I'll smoke weed and do the dishes. And it doesn't bore me or anything like that. While I'm in there, I'm thinking of shit. I'm trying to be creative, you know.
Yeah, but my problem is that I'll smoke weed and I'll think of stuff and I have good ideas, but I'll be too fucking lazy to actually write them down and make a note of them.
Okay, well, there's a step.
Yeah, there is a step.
There's one step. You know, baby steps there.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, anyway, since we talk about weed every single week, let's move on. Yeah, I want to have my rant, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking hell. Apparently, well, not apparently, if anybody's been following it in the news, a lady was asked to cover up in Claridge's.
What is Claridge's, just to confirm, because I don't even fucking know.
Claridge's is a Michelin star restaurant in a five-star Mayfair hotel.
Mayfair, is that one on Monopoly board?
Yes, it's the most expensive purple one.
Oh, yeah.
Mayfair.
Or was it Park Lane, the most expensive one?
No, that was the second most expensive one.
Ah, right.
Both purples. Only two purples. Park Lane, which, you know, is opposite Hyde Park and has fucking Audi, Porsche, Ferrari showrooms, the length and breadth of it. And then you got Mayfair, where if you go in a pub and you want a pint, it's like £9. You know, that type of shit.
Well, no, I don't know that type of shit. I'd walk straight
Oh,
back out.
yeah, that's pretty much the deal. And Claridge's is world famous. You know, if you want afternoon tea, if you come over to London, Claridge's is where you go.
Right.
And you get your cucumber sandwiches.
So no wonder I haven't been there.
Yeah, not your kind of place. Not my kind of place either, really. But, you know, I like a nice restaurant. I may go one day. Anyway. A woman goes into Claridge's with her friend for tea or whatever it is. And she just whacks her tit out and starts feeding her baby. They come over and they say, I'm sorry, it's not that you're not allowed to do that, we just prefer our patrons to be a bit more discreet. So they gave her, like, a towel. Which, okay, granted, is a bit of a pikey move, like, put this on.
It looked like a big, like, handkerchief, like a tablecloth or something like that.
It probably was. Like. It was probably one of their, you know, but even their tablecloths are going to be...
It's going to be velvet or something.
Yeah, it looked like a very nice cloth.
The baby, they didn't put a bin bag on the baby or anything like that.
It wasn't, you know, it wasn't McDonald's style. It was Claridge's, goddammit. So it was a nice, frilly, lacy, very expensive.
Oh, adds to the excitement of the breast.
Yes. Oh, look at that breast. Anyway, so this woman goes and, you know, like the Outrage Brigade like to do is, they don't actually express their dissatisfaction there and then. They go home and they write a blog about it.
Is this what happened?
This is what happened.
Oh, right.
So she goes home and she writes a blog, and then of course the female side of the Outrage Brigade all stand up. It's a disgrace. The Equality Act of 2010 means that it's illegal for an establishment to tell you you're not allowed to breastfeed. Didn't tell her she wasn't allowed. Asked her to be discreet. What do I mean by asking her to be discreet? Don't get your tits out at our fucking table. Claridge's is the kind of place where you're not allowed to wear trainers. Never mind get your swollen milk udders out while everybody's having their fucking lunch. Anyway.
But okay, I'll go on the other hand.
I'm not finished yet. Hold on. I'm not finished.
Well, hang on.
There's more to this story. Hold that thought, Liam.
Alright.
The next day, 25 women showed up outside the restaurant and outside the hotel. And they all sat down outside and did a breastfeeding protest by sitting there and all of them feeding their babies. Now, not being one to judge a book by its cover, I'm going to do that anyway. Not many of them looked like they were going to get in the Claridge's anyway. You know, like most of them were scruffy, what's an un-PC term that would offend the fuck out of everyone? Fat breeders, basically. Like big milky titted, who the hell got you pregnant types. And they're all outside, like, yeah. And the best line ever, Liam, was, I believe my baby should be allowed to, I believe my baby should be fed whenever he's hungry. So what, like, at the expense of everybody else? Like, because I'm not, look, if you got your tits out and start breastfeeding a kid, I'm not going to be, oh, that's disgraceful. I'm going to feel a little bit embarrassed. And I'm going to do what I can not to look at you.
I don't know.
Because I don't want you thinking I'm perving at your norks.
I don't know. I don't think there's anything at all strange about it. I think
What
that,
do you mean?
well, no, number one, when it's done, whenever a woman, I've been in the pub and the woman's breastfeeding, you never see the tit. You never see the tit. The tit, they don't just plop, you get a good look at a big juicy tit because, obviously when the woman's just given birth, they're nice and big and bouncy. No, all you see is a baby's head and their arm round, and you can't really make out what the fuck's going on. You're like, oh, I think she's breastfeeding, but
yeah,
it's not.
Point, yeah.
It's not the sort of thing that she doesn't like rip.
She doesn't her top off.
She doesn't. She doesn't rip her bra off, and then and they show the picture of her breastfeeding. And all you can see is a baby's head, and it just looks like the baby's head's nuzzling there. Yeah. And they're very discreet. All you do is, you lift.
Yeah, I'm aware.
You lift up when you put the baby away. So I don't know. To ask these women that have just given birth to, can you go outside to the smoking area and breastfeed your child? So all the smokers are outside.
Nobody asked them to do that.
Breastfeeding babies. So I think people just kind of need to get over it. Like it's a natural thing, and I think.
Well, that's the thing. I agree in principle. I don't think that there's a problem. You should be able to breastfeed your kid wherever you want.
Yeah.
But
it's not like taking a shit.
It's not up to you. Like if you go somewhere and they're like, look, we'd rather you didn't.
Yeah, but fuck people, man. Who cares if someone gets offended? If someone's stupid enough to get offended by someone breastfeeding, then good. Like let them be offended by it. Let it rile them up because they're fucking morons for fucking getting worked up about something. That doesn't matter, like, you look over.
It doesn't matter, but you're missing the point entirely.
She sat next to you and then, like, got the tit in your face and got, yeah, look at that, like, and then started squirting milk on your head.
None of the people in Claridge's went home and wrote a fucking blog about it.
One person did.
Yeah, the woman it happened to. Nobody else. What you're talking about doesn't... I'm sorry. And by the way, if I run a business and you come in and just start doing whatever you want, alright? Never mind if it's getting your tit out to feed a baby or putting your shoes on the table. If I don't like that, I don't want you to do it in my establishment. That's fair enough. I don't want you to do shit in my establishment. I'm not saying go as far as like the couple that said the gay couple couldn't stay in their B&B. I mean, that's just another thing. But what I'm really annoyed about is the outrage brigade. It's like they hear it, they read a blog, and then all of a sudden women are outside... women that have never been to Claridge's. They don't give a fuck.
This story is like one of those self-repeating stories. Like every 5 years, the stories will come out, and like most stories in the press regarding people being told not to do stuff, they always come around because at some point someone gets annoyed and voices an outrage, and there's lots of people with This is the problem with the internet now. Like she goes there, writes a blog. That should have been the end of it. Like 4 people, her mates should have read it, and then that would have been it. But instead, like
it inspired people to go and sit outside a restaurant.
Things go fucking viral, and there's a good reason why they call it's viral, because it is a virus. Like it's not. Anything that's viral was not productive to society. No one said like the ending of a war was like a viral event. Like a viral event is like a piece of bullshit information that somehow gets into the news when it should just stay on the fucking internet where it belongs. Like people should chat about it, but the internet's just this mass of people venting and people.
Well, getting back to the point, it raises. You made a very good point there about it comes around every 5 years and there's a bit of an outrage and blah blah blah, and then it goes away and then it comes back and then it goes away. I think the reason that these things come up all the time and they're not dealt with is because they're not dealt with.
Yeah, how can you deal with something like that?
Fucking talk about it in a rational adult manner. Instead of being like, okay, some places will let you do it and some places won't. That's an outrage. That was that. We need to actually sit down and talk about this whole equality thing.
Well, no, but there's a law. The law states that they can breastfeed.
So
Like,
what?
so
More
this got
bullshit.
this got sorted out, and now it's because this isn't even a real story.
It's not sorting something out to just put a law in place that just doesn't address the main issue. The main issue is they called it the Equality Act.
Yeah.
There's no equality in breastfeeding. How is there equality in breastfeeding?
Of course not. No.
So why don't we talk about the main fucking point of the argument? What is equality? Because there's a lot of this shit, man. Like, men and women should be treated equal. I'm not so sure that that's the best idea.
Why is
Because
that
men
then?
and women aren't equal. We're very different.
Well, no one's equal. Yeah, everyone's different.
Yeah, and some are more equal than others. Ha ha de ha. What I'm trying to say is, instead of just putting a law in called the Equality Act and saying that if a woman wants to breastfeed in a park, she should be allowed to, and if she wants to breastfeed at McDonald's, she should be allowed to. Why don't we talk about why that's uncomfortable? Why don't we talk about why that causes all these fucking stupid things to happen every 5 years?
Because it's built in people. People. Some things disgust people, and some things don't.
Well, why don't we talk about that?
But there's nothing you can do about that. You can't make someone that
We
it
could talk
disgusts.
about it.
No, but you can't make someone that something disgusts them. You can't talk to them about it and say, right, it can't disgust you anymore. It will always disgust some people, and it always won't disgust some
you're
people.
focusing on the breastfeeding thing.
I'm focusing
Not
on all of it.
focusing on the breastfeeding.
No,
thing.
no, I'm focusing
There are
on
lots of
everything.
things where men and women aren't equal, and there are injustices.
Like where?
Pay.
Yeah, that women get less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, if you do the same job, I don't see why a man should get paid more than a woman.
Yeah, of course.
Alright, isn't that just logical?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay, fair enough, do that. What about female firefighters?
Yeah, what about it?
I'm not sure I want 6 dainty chicks showing up at the door if my house is on fire.
Scotty, there's plenty of chicks out there that could kick your ass and kick my ass, and you know.
Yeah, I'm sure. Do they work for the fire department?
Yeah, of course they do.
Oh, fuck off. Jesus
Dude,
Christ.
when have you ever seen a hot, skinny, like super babe firefighter like running to save a fire or something?
When have you ever seen a huge butch one?
Well, I haven't.
Well, there you go. What are you talking about?
But are you saying that there's super fit supermodel ones? Oh, awesome! I should start.
No,
a fire.
I'm saying what I said. I don't want 6 females who don't have the same bone density, the same physical structure.
No, but there's certain tests and stuff that you have to pass in order to become a firefighter.
Is one of those tests dragging a 50-stone man out of a building?
Yeah, but a skinny guy couldn't do that either. Like, there's certain, you know,
I would
these
rather
women.
6 well-built men tried it than 6 women.
Yeah, but you're saying well built. These women are going to be strong. Like they're
When
women.
you say these women, this is the thing. You're talking about things you don't know. And neither do I. I don't know if there are big, huge women in the fire department. I've never fucking seen them, though. And I don't know if there's little dainty Bernadette from the Big Bang Theory type women in the
Then
fire
why does it
department.
concern you then?
It don't... Okay, right. You just don't seem to be...
I'm following you.
It's a symptom of the discussion that needs to happen.
Okay.
And nobody wants to fucking talk about it. No, if we just throw an Equality Act out there, then that will shut everyone up. But it hasn't, has it?
No, of course not, because
Everyone's
people.
still banging on about
Yeah,
it.
because no, everyone won't be happy. There's always going to be laws. There's always going to be something that people can get moany about.
Let me put it in this way. I think you'll get it this way. Stanhope's joke about taking drugs. Start the argument where it needs to start. I have the right to do whatever I want to my own body. If it kills me slowly, ha ha, good for me, clack clack, stop me. So that's my point. Instead of us all getting, oh, should there be female firefighters? Oh, I don't know. Should there be this and blah 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 blah. Let's just talk about what equality actually means. Let's start from the beginning and talk about, okay, so men and women aren't equal, but we like to pretend that we're going down a road where we all are equal.
But men aren't equal either, Scott.
Equal to...
And anything. Well, when you say
No,
men
you
and
got-
women
you got
aren't
me-
equal,
Yeah,
it's,
equal
it's a human
roles in
population.
society.
It's a human population issue. Like it's not fixed on men and women.
How so?
Because women nowadays, I just perceive them as they're just blokes that are women. Like you know,
Sorry?
there's nothing. You know, they might have different hormonal things. They might get stressed and they might like clothes and makeup and stuff. But fundamentally, you know, women aren't the sort of women that it was 100 years ago, where they were all like, you know, suppressed and you know not empowered. Now women are like fucking scary. Like, you know, I wouldn't mind a fucking bird coming to save me. I'd be like, yeah, female firefighter. That'd be fucking awesome, Scott.
Okay, well, she can go to your house.
Okay.
That's the dumbest thing you said on this podcast. I don't mind if a little fruity comes and tries to save my life. Yeah. Oh fuck, I'm burning to death. Actually, could you send some real big men?
I'd like to see.
I'd
like to see a hot bird for my last vision.
All right, well, I may sort that out for you. Fucking hell. No, it's just bullshit, man. All this talking, all this flapping about. It's like we need to talk about what the real issue is. There are inequalities in this world, in this country specifically, between men and women, and nobody knows why. It's because we haven't fucking talked about it. It's un-PC. It's not kosher to talk about. You can't lump all men and all women together, and you can't do this and you can't do that. So you're not allowed to have the conversation.
Yeah, but this idea of talking about things, like what does that solve? The only way to solve issues is to introduce laws. And
when I say talking about things, I'm not suggesting maybe you and your mum go to Cafe Nero and try and sort out equality. Okay, I'm being. I think it would have to be done in a political kind of way, you know. And even though I don't necessarily believe that it will get anything done, all this fraffery about, you know, I have the right to feed my child wherever I want. Okay, well, instead of your child, why don't we talk about children? Instead of, oh, you're sexist towards this group of women, why don't we talk about attitudes towards women? Why is it always got to be, this is wrong, I agree? Because it's just bullshit. It's a non-conversation. It's like, yes, you're absolutely right. Yes, no, it's terrible. We better give them something before they go fucking mad. You remember what happened last time? Yes. That's the attitude. It's, oh, fuck, let's just placate them, make them happy for a bit, and hopefully it will go away. Which, again, is a very misogynist way of looking at things. Pissing women. All they want is to have their say. We'll let them have their say and then we'll put them back in their place. That's not right. We need to have this, we need to get it out. And that's my wrong.
I don't know, I thought it was all sorted now. Oh well, apparently not. Like, so this is what a breastfeeding issue can raise. Like,
you thought it was all sorted. Well, if I put you in touch with a few of those women that were sat outside Claridge's, you might have a very boring evening, my friend.
Yeah, but there's lots of boring douchebags everywhere. It's not just self-contained to women breastfeeding outside Claridge's. There's an epidemic of doucheness, like, roam the streets, man. I serve them every day. Just complete bellends, man. Sometimes it boggles my mind, man. People come in for a beer and they go act like a fucking twat while they're getting a beer. It's like, this is the one place where non-twat, you know, you don't need to be a twat in a pub. I'm serving you booze, you're getting drunk, you're meant to be having a good time.
Relax.
Yeah, exactly.
Chill out. Give me an example then.
Oh, just, you'll know straight away. Some guy will come to the bar and they'll just be douchebaggy questions.
Such as,
can I see your wine menu? Or something like that. And look, I've got 3 white, 3 red. You know, if I bring out my list, it's going to be like a scrap of fucking tissue paper with them written on. And just asking to taste everything. And it's just, oh Scott, man.
Just being an annoyance.
Yeah, and then you got like fucking chavvy, horrible fucking scummers. Like these 2 guys turned up and they were fucking huge. You know, Grant Mitchell's fucking huge. Yeah, like,
stick with me, son.
Bad teeth and stuff, but they were 2 really nice. You know, they were nice though. They were scary as fuck. They were huge. I was like, Jesus. And then some guy turns up with his mate and his missus, and his missus is carrying one of those tiny dogs.
Oh,
so yeah. She's like in fur, and it's like a tiny dog. She looked out of place.
Was the woman orange?
A bit, yeah. And her boyfriend was just absolutely fucked. Like, just he's so drunk and
not
just a stumbling
style drunk.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he gave a £10 tip, and you'd think that would be like, oh, excellent, we'll keep him around. It's like, if the dude's stupid enough
to fucking handed out tenors
to be, yeah, and he had like a whole bundle of £50 notes in his jacket as well.
Oh, do you keep counting them out and looking at them?
Well, he was trying to hand them over, and we wouldn't accept them because we thought he was dodgy. So we were just like, okay, you can get very good counterfeits.
Yeah,
so
the 50s are the ones as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
The ones that are always like the most.
The 50s haven't been around for long enough for you to know definitely, if they're fake. There's something about I don't like the new 50s. The old 50s were better.
I don't know if I felt a new 50. Is it like the 20?
It's got like this weird green strip on it that looks like someone's gone on with a green marker pen on it. It looks shit. It looks fake. When I first saw one, I was like, yeah, this is the old ones are better.
Is it?
Yeah, the other ones the other ones had a bit of charm. It's got too many seals. Anyway, so we realise he's fucked up. So we decide not to refuse service, but to explain to these guys that they can't get a drink anymore. There's no explaining it. It's like, he's fucked. He's absolutely... And she's like, nah, he's like this all the time. Like, he's like this all the time. I was like, well, I pity you.
What's he like when he's drunk?
Yeah. So eventually, we kick him out, but... And foreigners are the worst. Foreigners. Not people... Yeah, foreigners, yeah. Like, travellers. People that don't speak any English. They're the worst, man. They come...
Okay.
It's always blonde beer. You got blonde beer?
Oh, that tastes like
No, but that's not what they mean. They mean beer. They mean beer, but they're trying to say... They don't want dark beer. They don't want ale. So they're trying to say white. Have you got white beer?
They don't want that room temperature English shit.
But then when you say white beer, my instinct is to say, I got Hoegaarden.
Yeah, blonde, white beer.
But that's not what they want. And then... we don't do Guinness. We've got Belhaven Black instead. And you get lots of people fucked up and confused about that.
What do you mean it's not Guinness?
Like, this
is fucking Guinness.
Like, this is an example of twatness. Is I'll say to the guy, he'll go, "Can I get a Guinness?" And I'll say, "I haven't got Guinness." And then he's like, "You what? You don't? What do you mean you don't have Guinness?" Well, I I don't sell it. Well, why? I was like, well, because I don't have it. Like, what exactly do you want? What I've got? Like, it's a black stout, or I can get. And this guy did that to me like last night, and then he was like, "Oh, can I get a packet of mini cheddars?" So I went down, got the mini cheddars, and I knew before they hit the bar that when I told him it was a quid that he'd say something. And like that, I say, "That's £1, please, mate. For a packet of mini cheddars, that's not too bad, a quid."
Is it a bigger pack or
no? It's just a
tiny
regular
pack?
It's a normal sized bag, but that. It's not super expensive in our place. And then as soon as the you what? £1? You fucking having a lot? How much? And I was like, yeah, it's £1, man. Oh, fucking hell! Oh, I would. And then,
got us confused with Sainsbury's.
Yeah. You're just like, you complete arsehole. Look, just fuck off, mate. Like, if you don't like it, part of me just wants to say to him, look, mate, if you don't fucking like it, fuck off.
Well, what you should figure out is like when the next pub near you does Guinness. It's like they do Guinness down the road and their mini cheddars are only 80p. Fuck off.
No, we're like the cheapest place as well. So for someone to be moaning, I'm like, yeah, just walk further down into Camden because we're the last pub on Camden Road. We're cheaper.
Yeah, you were.
So you're just like, yeah, just go down the road and you'll pay £4.80 a pint, mate. Don't fucking give me jip because you're paying £4, you fucking twat.
Go and enjoy your overly expensive Guinness.
I hate fucking Guinness anyway.
So on that note, I'm going to go grab my other can of it.
I know you're drinking it.
I love a Guinness. Well, I just like any stout.
Nah, I don't know. I like ale. Ale's got something to it, but to me Guinness it's too heavy. I'm too skinny and too light for something that dense inside me. It just, I think
It'll be the first time.
Oi.
Apparently my dad had to stop drinking it. It gave him nosebleeds if he drank more than like 3 pints of it. Because of all the iron in it.
The blood was just start squirting out of
It
him.
was fuck. He was just trying to get out of his face. I'm a bit worried that I might come across as a misogynist now.
Oh yeah. Oh, did you leave the chat and contemplate? Did you?
Well, it just happened in my head.
Oh,
It's
right.
like, I don't think you explained yourself.
Oh right. Well, I don't think we should go back into it. You
All
know.
I'll say is, I think that men and women should be equal, but we have to be realistic about what we mean when we say equal.
Okay. Let's move on, though.
Yeah. Don't hate me, sisters. Stay strong.
Yeah.
It's like I put on Facebook the other day, if I go to Claridge's soon, I'll get my tits out in support. Fuck it.
How big are your tits?
Not as big as they once were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. At one point, you were a fucking blimp, man.
Thanks.
I remember that when I was working at the ship. I remember at the ship that was.
At the ship, I was a blimp.
Yeah, at one point.
Dude, I haven't been fat since I was 16.
No, not that sort of blimp, but
Oh, my paunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was...
You had a bit of a belly going.
You know what that was? That was darts.
Yeah.
That's what that was. Because my beer intake just went through the fucking roof. It'd just be one night every Thursday for a good, like, I don't know, 3 months and then a 2-month break where I would just cane it on a Thursday night.
No, you know the blimp, because what happened is what happened to you is you opened the door to come outside the beers, but because you got your hands full, what happens is you do that and you push out a bit.
Easy.
And then you stick your stomach out to open the door and get through. And I remember just seeing your stomach like hanging over the door. I was like, "Oh my god, hey Scott!"
Scott's 3 months gone. Yeah, no, that was all beer and darts related. Fucking hell. Yeah, I don't have that paunch at the moment.
No, you don't. No.
Skinny boy.
Is that because you got no money to eat?
No, I'm eating, but like last week, I got in a really good eating cycle where I'm a bit like you, man. Sometimes I just forget. Like, I don't intentionally not eat. It's only until I wake up the next day and my stomach's rumbling. It's like, oh yeah, you didn't even have dinner.
Yeah.
And for lunch, you had like a sandwich and a bag of crisps.
Well, it's because the weed suppresses the appetite.
I thought weed's supposed to... No, weed enhances your appetite.
Not for me, it don't.
It does for me. It makes things taste nicer.
It used to, but over the years, no.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes... Well, I don't like eating and drinking, which is bad.
I'm sure it must suppress, because I know cigarettes suppress appetite. That's why you put on weight. And you're smoking, it's got tobacco in it, so
yeah,
it will suppress your appetite a bit. It's
yeah, probably, possibly. I don't know what it is. Just sometimes I forget. Then I got in a really good, like breakfast, big lunch, big dinner. I was having those roasts at work, during the week. Oh, God. Fucking great, man. Then coming home and still being hungry enough for dinner. It's like, right. And then last week...
It's like the opposite, it's like the complete opposite of my life at the moment. I got no money for anything, so I haven't even been eating. I'm just surviving day on day.
You must eat at home, surely.
Yeah, but the portions aren't big. I'm not buying, so I'm not cooking, so,
You get what you're given.
Yeah, I get any scraps I can get. It's just the problem is I get paid, and then, I've been skint for a couple of days, so then it all goes out. And then
go and treat yourself to a steak or something, man.
Yeah. No, I should.
There's a place in Leicester Square that, oh, dude, it's like steak heaven. Where they bring it out, like, barely cooked, and they give you that steak stone. So you just cut bits off and finish it however you want. Leave it on there for long if you like it well done. Take it off if you don't. And they have garlic butter and shit that you can put on it. Oh,
Yeah, don't talk about food, I'm hungry. No.
Sorry. It's like Bukowski says, man. Courage comes from the belly. And he's goddamn right. Because whenever I eat, there's the amount of times where I've been hungry and it's like, oh, I feel really bad and I don't know what's wrong. And I get emotional and I get fucking down on myself. And then I have a big meal and it's like, oh, I feel fine now. Yeah. That's your body eating itself going.
Yeah, that's what mine's doing. I'm
This
slowly
isn't
digesting
good.
myself from the inside. No, it will change. Come this Thursday when I get paid, finally I'll be in the plus and I'll have some money. I can start treating myself proper. Start doing some stuff as well.
Yeah, and Christmas coming up as well. That's always,
Good time for food.
I'm going to try and avoid diabetes this year. Because apparently the amount of people that get diabetes after Christmas and New Year is ridiculous. Because you just, you're used to stuffing your face so much at Christmas that you get to an age where it's like, that's really not a good idea. And you do it anyway, and you blow your pancreas. It's just not... Why is he eating 6 fucking mince pies?
Because he can.
Yeah, but it's not good. Before you know it, fucking sticking needles in your gut because you can't handle Haribo.
Even though I just mocked your Guinness, will you leave me a bit in your can to drink?
Are you joking?
Yeah. No.
Is it okay?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't
Can you
joking.
leave me a bit of your Guinness?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, I will. I'm not that mean. Of course I will.
That'd be nice.
I was just, listening to you talk about how much you didn't like it.
Yeah, I know, but it's better than no booze.
Oh, spoken like a true addict.
And yeah, it's bad, Scott. Like, I have a can of beer before work every shift.
Yeah.
Like I neck it in like 10 minutes and get ready for work.
Don't you get like a little malaise an hour in?
Nah, it's fine. Nah, just you know.
I suppose because you're active.
Yeah, I'm working. Like I'm not. It doesn't make me drunk. Like well, it just gives me a tiny buzz. But when
Look, even if I have a pint at lunch, and I've done that a few times, and I don't do it anymore because that's like the office thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go for a pint at lunch. Fuck off. Because if I have a pint at 1:15 and then have to go back to the office at 2,
yeah, but that's because you
drags
sit
already.
Are you sitting a lot? Like
Of course.
yeah, I'm on my feet, so it doesn't. It kind of. It's just fuel to burn.
Yeah, you work it off.
Yeah.
I can't stand drinking and going back to the office. Fuck that. The worst one I ever did was when, I think it was 2010 World Cup. A bunch of us went over to the pub and our managers were like, don't worry about it, just come back when the match is finished. And it was like, awesome, thank you very much. I had 4 pints. 4. And then went back to work for an extra 2 hours. I don't know how to say that without becoming emotional. It was hard.
But the only time I ever worked in an office, it was with a group of. It was all women and just me, and my manager used to smoke weed, so I remember going for lunch and then we'd go have a beer and then we'd smoke a joint and I'd go back and sit in that office. And you'd only have to sit there from like about 2:30 to about 5.
Yeah.
And it's only 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and then you could think about going. But I just, the glaring light of the building,
Yeah.
The fluorescent lights and everyone's sitting around and
Keyboard taps.
Yeah,
and
and
everything.
There's, if you're in a pub, it's a different experience.
Yeah.
It's loud. Everyone's a bit drunk anyway.
The lighting's soft.
Yeah, and as long as you can complete your job.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Well, back in the day, how old was I? 18 to 20 when I worked at that place with my mate Rich, and we got to know each other and we got to be quite good mates. For the last year there, we went and had a J near enough every day at lunch. And Rich is serious. He doesn't make any fucking, there's no question in Rich's joints. It's not like, oh, I wonder if he's going to bring in a weak one today. No. So every day, we did that for like a year. We had 3, we used to go for a fry-up, not every day, but we would go for a fry-up probably 2-3 times a week.
Yeah.
And have a J. Fucking hell. That was good. I'm not sure I could do that now.
No, I can't do it anymore, Scott. I used to be able to, but if I get high, it shows too much in my face.
Yeah.
And in my eyes.
And in your brain.
Yeah.
They know.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that.
It's not.
They realise that I'm high because my hands shouldn't be like this. It's that whole paranoia cycle. Oh man.
Well, no, I just don't. To me, it's a bit of a waste of weed, really. Why would I get stoned before
Yeah, to
work?
go back to work. Fucking hell.
I might as well save that for after work.
There was a hilarious time, man, where usually we'd finish it. 2 of us, 1 J. Standard. You'd do that well easy. There was one time, cannot remember for the life of me, man, why he had a bit left, like half of one. Maybe I was sick or he was sick, so one of us didn't smoke or whatever. But I remember, and you know what it's like as a smoker, any smoker out there knows, if you pinch a cigarette off
It stinks.
and put it in your pocket, you put it in the cigarette box, whatever, you will reek. You will just reek.
And the joint will do even worse.
Oh yeah, and he did it, and it was hilarious, man. Because there was a couple of cool guys in that office, and they just came down. They were like, "Scott, like what?" Because I had a bit to myself in that office. I ran the print machine, and he would come in. He was like, "It fucking reeks of weed down here." And I remember saying to the guy, like, "Dude, I haven't got any fucking weed on me. You must be joking." That's it. And then, yeah, all you've got to do is walk out of it. Leave it for, 60 seconds and walk back in. I remember walking in and going, Jesus Christ, he's right. And I went into the office. There's Rich, there's Ruth, our manager, Amanda, and our Japanese lady. I can't remember her name. She was a sweetheart. I was like, can I speak to you for a minute, Rich? Yeah, sure. And he came in and I was like, dude, it fucking stinks of weed down here. What? He's like, you put that out and put it back in your pocket, didn't you? Oh, shit, yeah, I did. That was hilarious.
I would have just hidden it outside somewhere.
I think he tossed the box. Like, just tossed it out the window when no one was looking, kind of thing. But nobody really said anything. Our manager didn't say anything. Her manager didn't say anything. It was hilarious. And then there was a time I did a bong hit in my office.
Yeah?
Yeah, because the fucking cat was away, so this mouse don't play. I was saying to Rich, it's like, you know what would be fucking epic? If I brought my bong in and just did a bong hit, sat on my desk. You're like, dude, you never have the balls to do that. And he was like, well, she's fucking going away on holiday next week. Monday morning, I came in, got my bong out, put it in my drawer. As soon as lunchtime came, opened the window. Pay that shit. That was maybe one of the rude boyish things I've ever done. That was pretty fun.
I can't remember what I was going to say. I was going to say something then.
Well, we degenerated back into weed talk.
Yeah, I love weed talk, though.
Yeah. Everybody loves weed talk, apart from people that don't smoke weed. If you don't smoke weed, what's wrong with you? You probably go out and you get pissed. Well, maybe not do that one night and just have a J.
You wonder how many people that get, disgruntled and worked up about stuff. How many of them aren't stoned? Like, all the stoned people in the world, they're just getting on with it pretty much.
Yeah, they know what happened. They know what shit's about.
Yeah, but everyone else is getting all worked up and they can't work out why. They can't work out why they're so stressed all the time. And
the amount of times I hear people, especially in offices as well, offices like, oh, it's been a really stressful day. I'm going to go home, I'm going to have a hot bath and have an early night. And I feel to say to them, like, you need to throw a J into that combo.
Yeah.
If you really, really want to chill out, if you really, really want to relax, you should throw a J in there. Oh, but if I do that, I might be sleepy the next day. And it's like, yeah. Some people just aren't built for it. They're just not. And you can't hate them for it. It's just, these people that pretend that they like going into the office, try and get them to the bong hit at their desk one day. You might as well try and get money out of me if you're BT. Did you like that little bit of Guinness?
Yeah, it was lovely. It wasn't too bad, actually. I quite enjoyed it.
It's tasty. My favourite one is the one called Black Oyster Stout.
My dad always drinks that.
It's good. And I drink it slower as well. With Red Stripe, I just fucking down it like it's...
can it, right.
Yeah, it's just like squash, but stout, I don't know. It's a bit heavier, so you get down to it. This has been an interesting podcast.
Well, I've finished...
Me ranting at you and talking about weed and offices.
Yeah. I look forward to going back to work, man. I'm looking forward.
I have no idea what that's like.
Yeah.
I really like coming and see you at work.
Yeah, you got to come in, man.
Of course I will, I will.
They're all lovely ladies.
This is all just money. Well, I do like ladies.
Yeah.
I like their company. Not all of them.
No, but when you got a big selection and it's changing every shift, oh, it's lovely, man. Get a hug.
Fresh.
Get a hug. Hello. Girls like to smile and laugh as well.
So what have you been up to?
Yeah, they can, they're actually interested.
That was my impression of a woman there.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to? Fuck.
I haven't told anyone about my podcast yet.
No.
Nah.
It's still in the genesis, man.
Yeah, it is.
We haven't even really decided how we're going to assault the interweb with it.
Well, we're gonna get our speakers and all that.
Yeah. Get our microphones. Get the. I was
gonna say I owe you £25, so how about instead of me paying you back that £25, I get you a microphone when I get myself one.
Okay, get me one for £25.
Well, I'll get you one. Yeah, yeah.
You fuck. It was like I've seen one for $6.99 with his name all.
No. I'm gonna get a good quality one for me. I'll get the same one that
Okay, yeah.
I'll get two of the same. Because I think, once we start doing that, we'll plug it into the laptop and then we'll be able to play around with it a bit more.
Yeah, because we've got ideas.
Yeah.
Video and fucking this and that. And yeah.
I kind of need to get a new laptop. The problem with my laptop at the moment is I fucked up the headphone jack. And I think the microphone jack's fucked up as well. There was a drunken incident where I broke it.
What did you do? Did you throw it?
No, there was like a big headphone thing in it, and I just lifted it up, and I literally cracked the laptop open.
Oh shit!
I had to slam it back down, and every so often it makes a weird whirring noise, like
a machine in pain.
And you just give it a little tap, and it stops.
Stop it, Liam. Stop it, Liam.
But yeah, I want to get the new I want to get a new laptop so I can start doing this. I really want to learn how to edit audio and stuff like that.
That would be cool.
That's going to be my job.
I think we should get the video in as well.
Yeah, I'll buy us a shitty webcam.
Just as a podcast fan, I really prefer watching.
Yeah, we can put it on the mantelpiece over there, and it can be pointing towards us.
Yeah.
And then we'll have we'll clear all this, have the laptop there, and yeah, be sick.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, of course, man. 10 episodes in, it's a bit of a anniversary.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah, it's to another 10, like. Yeah, and then in the new year we'll up everything. We gotta make our own jingle, Scott.
Oh, I'm on it. Don't worry. I've been thinking about it. I've been tinkling on the guitar. I haven't got anything firm, but once I do, my people will talk to your people. Which means I'll go, dude, listen to this. Do you want it to be, well, tell me now, should it be poppy? Should it be rocky? Should it be metal-y? Should it be rappy?
I think you should maybe go for metal-y, because I think a good loud introduction is it grabs people's attention. But not too heavy, obviously, not death metal.
Yeah, not.
We've got commercial!
Welcome. I'm working on it. Like I said, I've officially, my Weezer kick, which has lasted the past 6-7 weeks, that's kind of fading out, and now I'm getting back into the Floyd. So that's not going to help me trying to stop smoking weed, but I'm giving myself a break.
Every time I run out, back to weed. Every time I run out, I kid myself that I'm not going to pick up.
Nah, it'd be fine.
Fine.
The next day.
I just get one of those hot flashes. I'll be like, oh, I can't get stoned.
You know, I can bullshit myself. Like, if I ran out now, if I smoked my last one right now, but I'm not buying one tomorrow. Fuck it. I'll go through the entire day of work about 4:30, Liam. I'll start thinking, maybe I should go Piccadilly line. No, you said you weren't going to buy any. Yeah, I know. But maybe you should just get one. And just, you just have one.
Not even smoke it, though.
Yeah. No, I never think that, but I was I was thinking, no, I'll just be sensible. You know what? I'll make a small one at about 9:30, and that'll be fine. And then by the time I get home, I've had 2, and I'm like, shit, man, such a loser. It's like, I used to be really good at being able to make myself do things, and the older I've got, the more fucking weak and soft around the middle I've got. Where I cave. So fucking easy. No, you got to be good. You got to go home. You got to do yoga. You got to drink water. 4:30 rolls round. Fuck it. I'm gonna get a couple of beers and get some weed. No self-control.
Yeah, because I was trying to think, how many of the stand-up comedians and stuff that we like and people that we like, how many of them are actually potheads?
I wouldn't even call Rogan a pothead. He's a smoker, but he's not a pothead.
I don't think any of them are potheads.
Joey Diaz. Joey Diaz is fucking legit.
Yeah, but that's his style.
He's so legit. Quote from Joey Diaz: "If you tried to take weed away from me, I'd stab you. If you tried to take my weed from me, I would stab you." And I really.
But apart from him,
to that.
Who?
Stanhope's a non-smoker.
Yeah, he said he didn't agree with him.
Yeah, he's spoken about it on many a podcast, so I kind of pieced it together. I think he goes into his head a bit too much. You know, whereas when he's a comedian, so he likes to have a few beers and get rah 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 rah.
Because Hicks didn't. Louis C.K. doesn't.
Hicks smoked weed when he did his drugs thing.
Yeah, he didn't.
But he wasn't big on it. He wasn't a pothead.
Bill Burr.
No, he doesn't like weed.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it the other day. I was thinking, I don't know that many.
Louis used to when he was younger.
Yeah.
And then he's got that great joke at Live at the Beacon where he's talking about smoking it for the first time, and he didn't realise that they'd been working on it like it was the cure for cancer, and he was taking huge hits. Yeah, no, Doug Benson, but this is where that argument falls down. I really like Doug Benson. You know Doug Benson?
Yeah, I know.
Getting Doug were high, super high me. Weed's a very intrinsic thing to his act, his life, whatever. Not actually seen any stand-up that has made me laugh.
No.
He's very thin on the ground on YouTube as well. Like, he's quite well known on the circuit over there. People over here will be like, who the fuck are you talking about? Doug Benson? Yeah, he's an American comic. And I think he's quite funny. But, not really seen it in stand-up. It's all been his podcast. He does one called Doug Loves Movies. Getting Doug We're High. I think you can guess what that's about. He does a really good one called the Doug Benson Interruption.
Maybe just because you just wouldn't be able to get on stage stoned.
He's stoned all the fucking time.
Yeah,
Doesn't seem to affect him.
but I mean for other people.
Chappelle's definitely a weed smoker.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about these days. It's not like I know the dude, but
He
you
was
can
back
see
in
him
the day.
smoking a joint before he went on stage for his one at the Fillmore.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe it would help. Maybe it wouldn't. I've got to try it.
Oh, well, I was thinking that maybe it helps STEM ideas, but I don't think it's good for implementing.
It definitely, when I'm at home and I'm trying to work on stuff like comedy and blah blah blah, it definitely helps.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like, I'll stand in front of my mirror. I'll fucking do the blah blah blah. I'll make faces. I'll try and think of how to make my voice sound. And weed just helps. Like you see this book? Like, I've got a little booklet here, ladies and gentlemen, and I've got scribblings in it. 99% of it I've written when I was high. And then you look at it the next time and you're like, what the fuck was I talking about? I got one here, look. 67% of 4 women, Wayne Rooney and an IKEA cabinet agree. Now, I actually know what that means, but nobody else would.
No.
Like, it's crazy. That's a joke about, the hair adverts? Every fucking single hair advert for L'Oreal or whatever, there's always a little data at the bottom. 78% of 24 women agree. And it's like, that is the most bullshit fucking statistic, percentage. It's always like that. Like 80% of 120 women agree. So it's like, okay, well, in my rudimentary maths ability, that means like 30 of them thought it was shit.
Well, yeah, and they probably got sent it for free anyway to try it out. So of course you say, oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, and not mentioning the people we didn't include.
Yeah.
Who sent us shits in the mail and stuff. But I hate that fucking statistic. And I wrote that down. That was hilarious to me at the time. Now I'm looking at it going, I'm not sure that will translate. It's like,
well, where does Rooney and IKEA come into it?
Because I just thought it was funny. Instead of like 67% of women, it's like 67% of women, Wayne Rooney, a houseplant and an IKEA cabinet agree. Like just trying to...
Okay, I get it.
Fuck me, man. Comedy's so bad. It's so... Trying to explain a joke to someone is the hardest fucking thing in the world. Never works.
No.
The context is always wrong. I'm so sick of it. Right, I've been trying to tell people, like, I got a few good jokes. I told you one of my good ones.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of, last week or last time we did a podcast.
Yeah, I remember.
I've tried to tell that to other people. Some of them get it, some of them don't. And it's just because I'm just a shithead in a room saying, I wrote a joke, you'll love this, it's funny. If you say that to someone, they're already trying not to like it.
Yeah.
It's like, you just can't help it. People are so fucking yin and yang. And it's really tough, but I'm getting there. And I'm looking forward to talking about it on the podcast as well.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to
The journey.
Yeah, I want to do my own show, Scott.
Yes, you do. We'll keep that hush for now. Or will we?
Well, yeah, of course. I don't want someone stealing it.
Alright, I'll tell you what, I'll throw it out there. Liam's got a very good idea for a podcast /
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, it won't be like anything you'll hopefully have heard before.
It's a brand new style of media.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Yeah, I've been. It's going over in my brain a lot. I haven't. It's definitely going ahead. I'm definitely
awesome.
I'll definitely do a pilot and see how it goes down. But like I said, I need to spend some time learning how to edit audio.
Yeah, that would be a really handy fucking skill.
Yeah.
You can translate. You can get a job doing that.
Look, and the fact is, you can find anything you need on YouTube. Like, you know, it's all
How tos, yeah.
Yeah. But you know, you can. Someone talking to you and you being able to rewind them and to make them say things again because, you know...
That's why I've had 4 successful Christmas lunches. YouTube.
Because
this is how you do it. Why would you even read about it when someone will show you exactly what to do?
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
So, you know, you can go at a snail's pace, but once you work out how to do something, you know how to do it. That's how computers work, because they're so fucking simple.
Yeah.
So once you've done it once or twice, that's it. And yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be, everyone's going to get involved in it.
It's going to be interesting.
Yes.
Watch this space.
That'll be next year. That'll come out in January.
And we'll probably, yeah. I was going to say you'll probably hear about it here first.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
that
kind of thing.
We'll start making it. You'll be involved. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Hells yeah.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing as well. You can do a pilot. I've actually tried to do that as well. Because, like, I want to do a 1 hour, like, a week podcast where I just talk about dumb stuff, you know, like, that I'm interested in. Maybe other people would be interested in it as well.
Did you say you've done the pilot?
I've tried.
How long did it go? How long did you manage?
I remember starting one and then talking and being like, that must be a good 10-15 minutes. And it was 4.
Fuck.
Yeah. And I listened back to it and it was the ramblings of a stoned monkey.
No sense.
Like, shit, that's terrible. Right, let me try again. 5 minutes later, I was like, Jesus, man, like, this is really difficult.
Just running into dead space in your brain, like
running into dead space.
Because that's the thing, like, at least
overanalyzing things out loud.
When there's both of us, at least when one of us runs out of something to say, hopefully in that time the other person thought of something that they can say fucking back. Like,
or we could at least bounce off each other.
Yeah, because
that's easy enough.
You know, I'm sure all the guys that do those podcasts, they must have everything written out in front of them.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think they've got notes and stuff like that. Try and keep on track, you know. Right,
yeah.
I've got an hour, right. Bill Burr, I love Bill Burr's podcast. You know, I come from I'm a Rogan fanboy, so he does those 3 hour sprawling ones, and I think they're fucking amazing. But there's something pithy about 55 minutes, once a week, just checking in.
Yeah, but you gotta have a lot to say.
You just gotta be funny.
Yeah, but you gotta have a lot to say as well, man. An hour's worth of talking on your own is a fucking hell of a long time.
It is. He's got great things that break it up as well. Like, he does his listeners answering questions at the end.
But the fact is that he's a bit of a celebrity anyway, so that aids him with stuff to talk about. But you know,
just me, a shithead talking into a microphone.
Yeah, exactly.
That could be very, very, very contrived. I'm very aware of that. Don't worry. It's not like I'm just gonna. Isn't this amazing? And I want you to be like, yes, Scott, it is. No, it's not. It's not that situation.
But then at the end of the day, it's just like when we did the first one of these. Maybe you just have to do it, and it just be shit, and then you just do a second one, you do a third one, and then you just keep going until it's half decent.
Who in the history of humanity has ever tried something and got it perfect the first time?
No one.
Anyone? Fuck, even the guy that made the wheel, I bet he made it a triangle first. I was like, no, it needs to be rounder at the top. What if it was rounder at the bottom as well? Yeah, it's all a process, man. And maybe, what I'm hoping is as well, and we've talked about this, is that we're going to look back on this and it's going to be slightly embarrassing for us.
Oh, yeah.
But I like that. Because that suggests...
nostalgia.
Yeah, a little bit of nostalgia. I mean, even if I went back to the first one now, I haven't listened to the first one.
Not since we made it.
No. So that will be, you know, that'll be interesting in 6 months.
Yeah.
So
Well, I was thinking that it's a good way of me keeping track of how my fucking what I've been up to in my life.
Well, yeah, we talk about it. It all comes out.
I'll be able to pinpoint certain times, like know when certain things happened. Finally.
And we have had some feedback that I found at the time to be quite helpful, but I'm not sure how much of it has actually influenced how we do things. I don't think it has at all.
No, but it's not
Because this
that.
is our organic process.
Yeah, it's just getting into the rhythm. Like, we're both working internally. You know, we're trying.
Yeah.
And that's all the fuck we can do, Scott. Like, you know, we got to do it more often.
It's been a bit of a lull recently.
Yeah, we've been, you know, it's been like...
Illness, lack of funds.
Yeah, it's been like a week and a half each time or something like that.
Yeah, we were going to do one on Friday, but, you know, I was just coming out the end of a flu hole. Not a cold hole, or a man flu hole.
Yeah, we'll do one above the Enterprise. That'll be a good place to do it.
That'd be cool.
Like, we'll be undisturbed, so...
We got so many fucking ideas, we ain't got shit to worry about.
Oh, of course not, man. Coming into 2015, you know, it's... To me, it's...
This is the year of Back to the Future 2, motherfuckers.
Yeah, exactly. And with the big 3-0, I think I'm gonna fucking make some shit, man.
Well,
I want 10 years of fucking creativity to look back on, and then at least if I die, at least something behind.
Yeah,
Even if it's just the ramblings of a fucked up stoned man.
That's the thing. I think it'll be interesting once we open ourselves up to people.
I don't know.
When we put it out there.
We're both likeable people, Scott.
Really?
Yeah, we are quite likeable.
I don't hear that said about me a lot.
No.
But then again, I don't go fishing for compliments, so maybe I am.
I find it easy to talk to people. I think people like me. I like people. I can, you know, you've got arseholes, but whenever there's a cool person, I'm instantly, you know, it's like, meow.
Yeah, that should be the focus, man, is just trying to find cool people. Because, if you just go out and try and find them, they're generally not running about.
No.
You know. Coolest people I've always met are always either through someone else or something's brought us together, whether it be school or a job or, you know, that kind of shit. So...
Well, should we leave this then?
Yeah.
Call it a night. I think we're over an hour now.
What's the time?
Yep, just over an hour.
Just over an hour, so... And the cat's awake now, so that's, you know...
It's time to get moving.
Yeah.
Get grooving.
So, righty.
Okay, well anyway, good night everyone. Thanks for listening.
Take care.
Yeah. See you soon.
Catch you soon. Bye-bye.
Ciao.